Welcome to the 10 p.m. show. I'm your host Uni, and I'm with my co-host Jonathan.
Oh,
Okay, today is a bit special because it wasn't in our how would I say this? It wasn't in our schedule, and we rearranged this topic here today because I think we do agree that there's something we have to address that happened recently, right?
mm-hmm.
So before we start our podcast today, if you have any questions or any comments, please leave in the comment section below. If you like our podcast, feel free to subscribe and follow us on all our social media pages and our podcast links, which is in the comment section below. And everything is free, so please do us a favor, right?
Kena
Because
scam ni, kena scam.
your follows and your likes will actually mean a lot to us, right?
Yeah.
So okay. As you can see that today we are going to talk about social justice warrior,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people might be wondering what exactly is social justice warrior, right? And before we start our topic today, there's a lot of things we actually want to share about. Uh, as we know, social justice warrior is a phenomenon, phenomena,
Mm-hmm.
and recently because social justice warrior has evolved into certain cult where they are trying to cancel the others, and therefore cancel culture happens.
Mm-hmm.
And what exactly is cancel culture? You know, cancel culture is like something. This is what I believe in. I do not know whether the audiences they agree with me or not, or you agree with me or not. But cancel culture is because a lot of people think a lot of people there like high up there they are not eligible or they shouldn't be there, therefore they want to put them down, by digging out their old news and things like that in order to cancel them and be able to climb up the ladder in a way
Basically like boycott lah.
like boycotting. And in Malaysia,
Mm.
boycotting is actually a very famous phenomena as well.
Yeah. I mean, a few of the brands kena quite a lot, right?
But the thing is, if you say that we Malaysian we boycott something, but it doesn't really happen that way because few days, few weeks, few months later, you can see that
They
particular
come
brand
back. Ah.
they make a apologize video or whatever it is lah, and
It's
the
either
product will
they
submerge
apologize
again.
or they deny ma.
They always
But
like
the
do
thing
that.
is, it doesn't matter. In the end, also later go back to normal one.
So I
After
would
a few months, people forget.
so I would say Malaysia is not too serious about it in
Mm.
cancelling others, but it actually
Mm.
happens lah.
Mm.
And speaking about cancel culture, there's actually a new a thing happened recently, but we will be talking about it later. And so to actually define what social justice warrior is, SJW, it sounds so noble. Social justice warrior,
Mm-hmm.
and the word they used is so elegant, right? But technically, in definition, a SJW is actually a person who expresses or promotes socially progressive views. What do
Mm-hmm.
I mean by socially progressive views? It's when they are trying to break what has already exist, which they think is a bit backward. It's not progressive enough, and they'll be like, "I don't want this to happen. I think this is why we human cannot improve," and they want to insert their own value into you and think you should live this way, you should live that way. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
technically, social justice warrior they do this, and it applied to mostly people who's left winged.
What
And
is left wing?
okay, actually, what left wing is, I think we cannot compare it in Malaysia, but in overseas, left wing means you are more progressive, and right wing is usually defined as conservatives,
Mm-hmm.
which means left wing they believe in human rights, freedom of speech, and things like that. But there's a thin line in between, and they couldn't really go and see through the image or the picture,
Mm.
and
Mm.
they have done a lot of things which a lot of
Mhm.
people deem stupid, but they have their own rights. They think they have their own rights, and it's technically it, it is what made them,
Mhm.
and they want to take this and put it on us. And technically, they actually they like to put their opinion so strongly on the others, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And I mean, this is what we actually know about social justice warrior. And before we move on and we discuss about social justice warrior in depth, we will actually talk about a very recent case. Okay, because recently, last week, we fought for Malaysian athletes. We fought for Sudirman Cup. It's a annual badminton event
Mhm.
that is actually quite official and quite grand. And our team, I mean, our female team eventually lost, right?
Yeah.
And there's one match I would say it's a bit, I wouldn't say
One-sided, right?
humiliating lah, but it's
It's one.
too far away the score.
Yeah, yeah. It's one-sided lah.
It's one sided. It's very one
Unlucky
sided.
ah. Mm.
And this particular athlete, her name is called Kisona Savadurai,
Mm.
which she's an Indian.
Mm.
She lost 21-7, 21-5 versus Yamaguchi in just 26 minutes, which is
Mhm.
I think it's totally fine because it's a game, it's a sport, where everyone, they could lose, they could win, right?
Mm.
And we have this particular political leader from Bersatu, and he's a divisional leader of Bersatu. Borhanuddin Chair Rahim, the MP of Pasir Puteh, Kelantan.
Mhm.
He released a statement on his social media. Badminton Association of Malaysia (BAM) kutip India in bracket Keling dalam
Mm.
estate Manila jadi pemain utama Malaysia,
Mm.
which means the Badminton Association of Malaysia has picked up an Indian using a racial slur. He calls the Indian with a racial slur from estate. Somehow that particular term, Keling, is a
Mhm.
racial slur,
Mhm. Mhm.
has become Malaysian main player. I mean,
The way you say is very like really really like it's just very inconsiderate, right?
I wouldn't say inconsiderate. It's just ignorant and stupid. This is a very stupid action. You don't
It,
understand.
it, it makes no sense. Why does he need uh to call out whether what race or from where is she from? Like I don't think she's even from estate. But anyways, if even if she's from estate, why does it matter, right?
The thing is, right, a lot of times because we're in Malaysia, a lot of times where things in between races happened, they might think we deserve that, we should do this, and these people that got discriminated at, they deserved it, which is totally wrong. And who are you to tell them what to do? They
Mm,
did nothing wrong. You
mm,
need to understand this. And I know this is not totally, this is kind of not related to social justice warrior.
mm-hmm,
I mean, our topic right now, because it's more of a racism here. And because social justice warrior likes to play with races as well, but so we think we should address this situation right here. And after a day after, that particular leader has apologized and quits, his job after
mm,
he, claiming that I'm sorry, I used that racial slur towards Kisona. I'm sorry,
mm,
I quit my position.
mm.
What the hell?
That's it. End of story.
It's like if I kill you and I tell you I'm sorry,
Mm.
is it fine? No.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I saw another news article that Kisona was devastated by the comments and she feel very ashamed. That's the thing. Like imagine someone quite influential insulted you publicly,
And
How would you feel, right?
you don't understand, they when someone, because I believe when this kind of things happens, something involves in hierarchy happens.
Mm-hmm.
And you are so high up there, and you have
Mm,
a bunch of your followers.
mm-hmm.
They will follow whatever you do, because I
Mm,
believe humans simply can't differentiate what's wrong, what's right in a lot of terms when you are so blinded, when you are a social justice warrior.
mm,
You can't really identify which is wrong and which is right, and you believe
mm-hmm.
in what you think is right, and
Mm-hmm.
it is often, got inputted by someone who they are up on the game. Let's
Mm,
take politics as an example. if if you really like, let's say, one of these party, you are Democrats, or you are an opposition supporter, whatever they say you think is right,
mm-hmm.
which makes no sense.
Yeah. I
Because,
mean,
yeah,
just because you support the party doesn't mean you must support everything that they say, right?
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
will make
yeah,
mistakes also, ma.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
It doesn't make sense if you just support just because it's your party. You must say, oh, everything is okay.
That's the thing, right? And
Mm,
the consequence is quite it's quite, I mean, it's damaging lah. I would say it's damaging
mm,
to Kisona and the
mm.
family, and they
Yeah.
decided to sue, everyone who actually did this mentally to
Mm,
her and her family, which I do agree.
mm,
Cause we are in 2021.
mm,
Racism shouldn't even exist anymore.
mm-hmm.
If everyone managed to make religion, live peacefully within each other, why do you have to still talk about races nowadays?
Mm,
There's no point.
mm,
Okay lah, one thing I would say, if you refer to our previous episode, we talked about that there's a lack of understanding within each other, right?
mm-hmm.
Do you agree with it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
mean, so yeah.
the thing is, I mean, it cannot be an excuse anymore, lah. Right?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
We are
yeah.
we are so I don't know lah. It feels like we do not deserve to be in this era. We still think like that, right?
No, that's the thing. I mean,
Mm,
social justice warrior also think that they are not meant to live in such era. So are
yeah.
we actually social justice warrior? I
I
mean,
think we'll talk about it further down.
yeah, yeah,
Try
yeah,
to understand it. We make this discussion so that we can understand,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's look
Mm-mm,
at the comment
mm,
section before we move on.
mm. Yeah.
Okay. Is there such thing as social injustice warrior?
Injustice warrior. Perhaps maybe that's what they should be called instead of social justice warrior. That's what we are trying to find out right here. Because right now, I mean, uh, anyways, just to give you a deeper insight of what we're going to talk about is that uh, there's a difference between social justice and social justice warrior, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Winnie?
yeah. Yeah, yeah. We will talk
So
about it further.
we will talk about it further down.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, I think it addresses that comment quite clearly.
yeah. And yeah, but he also say, I never know curling is an offensive word, dude.
Hmm. Okay, okay. The thing is, uh, Galing, um,
We shouldn't be
if
saying it
you
also,
hear the word,
actually.
yeah, if you hear the word, right, I, for me lah, I hear from many people, they tell me where it come from.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the things, right, I hear the why they call Indians Galing is because for me lah, this is my story. I hear from people one because last time they like to wear a lot of the gold, uh, what is that? The
Jewelries.
bracelet, jewelry on the leg and on the arm. So when they walk around, got that clink clink sound. That's what people tell me why they call them Galing.
But
So
my
yeah,
understanding was because the thing, these people brings bad luck, and
mm,
they have to put like a bell around the leg, so
mm,
whenever you hear the bell, you can run away as far as possible. Because if they ever
That
step on
sounds
your, if they ever step on your shadow, you'll get bad luck
yeah.
as well.
That's really really terrible. That. But seriously, the point is that culling has a very, how to say, a negative connotation to it lah.
It sounds like
So
N
I
word,
think
right?
it's similar
It's
lah. I
similar,
don't know
yeah.
whether it's the same or because we as Asians are more conforming towards uh it doesn't really matter. Maybe I do not
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
know. I'm not an Indian, so I would not maybe if you guys are Indian, you can share us your views.
Mm-mm-mm.
Um but seriously, I think to me lah, I feel because I never say the word until today. Like how long already I never say the word.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, where is my top fans? I don't know. It's like I don't know why isn't our page giving out top fans big badge yet. So
Top
I mean,
fans.
yeah, one of our audience member asked where is the top fan badge, but I don't know why it never
I think
comes
you
out.
automated one lah.
It's automated, but it never comes out. I don't know why. I don't understand why. So I mean, before we move on, if you really like our podcast, please feel
Mm.
free to subscribe and follow our YouTube, Facebook, and whatever. And please share this podcast with your friend. Okay, your share and your interaction with us is very much appreciated. So I mean, there's a similar case. I wouldn't say it's recent, but it's actually some times ago. Malaysian diver and our Malaysian gymnast, Pandalera Rinong. Thanks. I congratulate her for being for having the Dato title.
Yeah, recently, right?
Congratulations.
That's all.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And like Farah and Abdul Hadi, one of
Mm-hmm.
the prettiest gymnasts of Malaysian. She's so pretty
Mm.
and she's so elegant. I really like her. But they have had received hate comments on their respective, I don't social media post.
Mm-hmm.
And like particularly targeting their costumes.
Yeah, right. I saw some of the comments, especially on Farah N one, saying that she wear too revealing all that thing, right?
That one is fine. They'll be like,
Mm.
your body shape is so nice. I want to have sex with you.
Mm.
Coming from a guy, when you press into their profile, they're so religious.
Mm.
When you're so religious and you make such statement in the public,
Mm.
these are the traits of social justice warrior. They think my idea and my concept is so right. You have no rights to talk about my concept. When I think you should do this, you do this.
Mm.
They're trying so hard to implement that, but we will talk about it further later. Later. Uh, and actually, Farah, she mentioned on her social media profile, empty cans make the most noise, which I totally
Mm.
agree.
Mm. Mm.
Because if you simply do not have things to say, shut up. Just shut up.
Mm-hmm.
No point to try to say anything,
Mm.
Okay? And people keep saying they're wearing too revealing. As a Malaysian, they are throwing Malaysians' face.
Mm.
One thing, let's discuss about this in this matters.
Mm.
Because I've watched like recent Tokyo 2020 Olympics. There's some certain country they actually wore like a bit not so revealing costumes. But I have one
I think
question.
Netherlands is it Netherlands or something like that?
Yeah, I think. But one
For
question,
volleyball.
one question, right?
Mm.
Does it matter on how I wear, on how you wear?
Yeah.
Does it matter?
I mean,
If you
I
don't,
mean,
yeah,
the thing is your own self lah. That you only need to care your own self lah. If you want to wear uh traditionally, or you want to wear less revealing or more revealing, it's up to you lah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Why
yeah,
other people must judge, right?
yeah. And the thing is, it's proven that wearing like this can improve your aerodynamic, the streamline of your having doing such
When you're
sports,
swimming, like yeah.
and people just have to make comments about it, and it's so extreme where it's actually hurtful to read.
Mm, mm,
Uh, I don't understand whether is their mentality, or it's basically they just have too much time.
It's a very complicated question, right?
Wh-
It's the point where either they are seriously at that point where they think they are is justified to say these type of things, or seriously they are just trolling. And sometimes like on the internet, you like to type comments and stuff like that,
Yeah, you
and
think you're
you don't
funny.
think twice. Yeah, I mean you think you're funny, but
Mm.
then sometimes because like you don't filter yourself, you just type and enter, and then message send already.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah,
thing is
yeah,
sometimes, yeah, you don't think too much,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
sometimes you go over the line. But the thing is, there's too much of them, right? Takkan all of them also doing the same thing, right?
Technically, they do. And I mean, when we talk about, there's too much of them, I can understand that you actually go and attack someone you don't like, or someone which their concept and their idea is not aligned with yours. I can totally understand this. But there's a very funny news, Our Paralympian Muhammad Zia Zulkifli,
Mm,
T20 shot put events, he was late, and his medal was stripped off, and that medal
mm.
was given to an Ukraine shot put athletes. It's called Maxim Koval.
I
And
think he's supposed to be second place, ah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And w- if you want to attack, if you, let's say today you say, sorry Ziad, I cannot agree that you are late. So you
Mm,
need to have discipline because you're an athlete.
mm,
If you are those kind of social justice warrior, understandable.
mm,
But these people, they went. I would say these are keyboard warriors, rather than social justice warriors. They
mm,
went to Maxim Koval's social media and bombard the fella. He literally say, you should die. You shouldn't have gotten this medal.
mm,
You are not a true Paralympian. You're not a true Olympian. You are disgrace. And
mm,
then using Malay words, and then you're cursing, call people anjing babi.
mm.
I have this question for you, right?
Yeah.
Was it fair from the Paralympics official?
Well, to me, I feel like it's unfair lah, but
Okay.
I may be biased lah. Because the thing is, in the end, what I read from, I heard was the story is that he's only 5 minutes late.
Mm-mm.
As a Paralympian, don't Takan cannot allow him that 5 minutes grace, man. 5 minutes only,
And
If
another
it's like
question.
later 30 minutes like that, maybe can understand lah. But 5 minutes only.
And
That's a bit unfair lah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And another question, right? Was it logical that these people go and attack on Maxim?
This one totally no. I don't agree at all. Because what's the point? What are the people trying to target this Maxim Koval trying to achieve? As if the Maxim Koval can change the result.
That's
He's
the
not
thing.
inside the Olympic or what Paralympic committee, ma, right?
Yeah, like what I just said, when you are so biased, because
Mm,
social justice world, they have this very biased thought where they think they are so right. Whatever they
mm,
do to the other person, it means they deserve it,
mm.
because you are so unreasonable. I'm actually the law. I'm the order. You should
Yeah,
listen to me. They believe they are more high up than
yeah.
the other side, that which they don't agree with. With.
Mm,
So actually, I've seen a lot of comments. Let's go to the comment section first before we move on. Okay, right. It's interesting that the word race can mean both ethnicity and a competition.
What is that? Can you
It's
please repeat?
it's interesting that the word race can mean both ethnicity and a competition.
Hmm. Something to think about, yeah?
This is a very
It's
good
like
comment. Yeah.
it's like saying we all the race
I
are
meant
trying
to.
to race each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to dive into that. All I want to do is to live properly. Stop me can already.
So what makes a person a social justice warrior? What is the definition for that? We actually mentioned it in the at the start. So if you missed it, you might have to refer to our YouTube or any other podcast channel
No
in
lah,
order
just
to
tell
y-
basically social justice warrior that we want the true one or the how to say twisted one.
no, basically it's just someone who expresses or promotes their socially progressive views,
Mm,
and they're
mm.
trying so hard to get acceptance,
Acknowledgement. Yeah, right.
acknowledgement. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, I think it's Germany. Yeah, I mean,
mm.
Germany, they have this costume, and
They just wear like shorts instead of tights or something like that lah. But still, it's their own choice lah whether they want to wear which.
it's
Why the others must comment, right?
it's a national team choice. You
Mm,
don't make your own costume. The national
yeah,
team make it for you.
yeah. I mean, if the whole team agrees it looks nice on them, they want to wear that, let them wear lah. Are they forced to do it? I don't know lah. I'm not too sure. I'm not an Olympian.
Okay, so the thing is, social justice warrior, they simply do not care what the hell you're thinking, right?
Mm. They protect you even though you don't want to be protected. That's one of the things I realized.
They think they are so right.
Yeah.
Like whenever they see something that favors them, they will use
Mm.
it so much,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And
that's the thing lah.
yeah,
They force what they think is right
mm-hmm.
and beliefs onto other people,
That's
right?
the thing. That's the thing.
Mm, mm,
There's a lot of things where social justice warriors, like what you say,
mm,
first their perception, and their beliefs into the other people,
mm,
and it's dumb, where they manage to get some research out there, which
mm.
I do not know how. Let's take an example. Flat
Mm.
Earth Society.
Yeah,
Where this research coming from?
I don't know. Seriously, I think the thing is this. Last time you mentioned to me about pseudoscience. Yeah, I guess that's one of the explanation. By the way, pseudoscience is pseudo is basically meaning made up. So it's a made up science. That's it only. So you can't really trust the science behind
Behind pseudosciences.
pseudoscience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they need to understand one thing, I mean,
Mm-mm.
social justice warriors, or should I call them delusional?
Maybe.
They have to understand one thing. Research is made because there's a purpose behind.
Yeah.
It's either that research is used to prove a point that favors one party or is beneficial to one party.
Yes.
I will take an example. Today, when sugar, when someone
Mm.
created sugar, they say, you should eat sugar because oil makes you fat, and they came out with the research. Not until diabetes came out,
Mm.
and then they realized that, sugar is
Oh
actually
no.
not better than oil.
Mm-hmm.
And back then during Olympics, athletes are smoking while they actually, competing.
Yeah. That's true. That's like in the 1970s or 1980s. Is
Yeah,
it around there?
yeah. I mean, even the one of the this very famous cyclist, he smokes.
Mm-hmm.
Back then there's cyclists, they don't actually wear helmets, and he's like smoking while he's cycling. That's the thing. Research is beneficial for their own parties, and anti-vaxxers, anti-maskers, or
Mm.
whatever flat earth society, they believe in this because
Mm.
there's a research regarding to it.
Okay, let me try to make sense out of this. The
Mm.
thing is, it's true that research always have a target to it. But the thing is, most research that are accepted have actual science behind it,
Yeah.
right? It's
Mm.
true. But the thing is, sometimes that's the target of the research. The research is very straightforward one. It wants
Mm.
that point, it gets that point. Sometimes it will ignore other variables.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
So
Mm. Mm.
the thing is sometimes uh like the one you say is that sugar is good because oil is bad,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's true in that sense because oil is bad, ma. So they came to conclusion oil is bad. Oil is actually, yeah, if take in high consumption is unhealthy, ma. But
Mm.
then they have a research of sugar take too much also is bad. So both is also true. So the thing is that as a person who needs to decide, have to take research from many sides. Then only you can find out a proper conclusion, right?
Because I believe we are smart enough to identify what's better.
Mm.
But in the end,
Yes.
you have to identify what's better.
Yeah.
Today, should I smoke because it improves my stamina?
Yeah.
Some people believe in that. Others
Mm-hmm.
don't.
Yeah.
And you have to understand that there's all research saying that cigarette actually gives you cancer, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I mean, we are smart enough to identify what's wrong, what's right. But social
Mm-hmm.
justice warriors, they don't. I mean, I give some example, right?
They will, how to say, they will cherry pick. So means they'll take the
They'll,
five investigation or five experiments that support their claim, and the 100 that don't support their claim is ignored.
no, which means when we Google, there's like 15 tabs at the bottom.
Yeah.
The first page, no answer for my statements. Second, nope.
Those,
Third, nope.
those
5, nope. 15, yes, that's the one.
number 15.
Vaccine causes autism.
Mm,
I have my reports over here.
mm, mm,
They'll be
mm,
throwing at you. They'll be like, yes, yes, yes. And,
mm,
I mean, we have a lot more example over here. Like interracial marriage, people has got to comment about that.
mm,
Non-halal food stores, someone has to say something.
mm,
Casinos, pubs, bars. These are regarding to topics. Social justice warrior regarding to topics,
mm,
and we have these social justice warriors that put their thoughts so strong towards you.
mm.
Political, in Malay we call it barua. Politicals, should I call it
Bar,
supporters? BARUA.
barwa.
Yeah, political supporters.
Mm,
Uh, LGBTQ, vegan, anti-maskers, anti-vaxxers.
mm.
But I mean, there's a common in between them lah. They are millennials and Gen Z or baby
Cannot
boomer or
say
whatever
that
lah.
lah. No, no, no. For me, right, I feel social justice warriors
Mm.
have existed long time already. The thing is they existed or this type of issues have existed long time
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because of the internet is being recorded, is being
I
uh
mean, it
people know
erupted
more.
into yeah,
Yes, yes, yes. So the internet is one of the
reason behind.
catalysts,
Yeah,
yeah,
catalyst.
to spread all these things.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing is,
Mm.
last time also happened. Now only it's just being uh, popularized. That's it only.
I mean, like way back
It's not
then.
just Gen Z. It's not just Gen Z. Since
Yeah,
last
yeah.
time.
Oh, because way back then it was religion that has social justice warriors.
No lah,
I
any
mean,
any
anything
any
lah.
form lah. There's a lot of things. It's just now the difference between last time. Last time no internet. Now got internet. That's why.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
becoming more obvious. That's all only.
I mean, okay. Now that we actually talk about social justice warriors, but I think we have to actually explain about this before people actually clip our video and trying to cancel us. Social justice and social justice warriors are two different things. Social justice, they fight for their rights. Fight for their rights, which in logical way, in proven way. Let's say today I'm an LGBT. I want people to treat me equally.
Mm.
Social justice warrior, if I'm from LGBT community, you have to have sex with me. If you don't, you're homophobic. I'm a trans man. Let's say today I'm a trans man. I want
You're
to.
a trans man.
I'm. I'm not. If I'm a woman, I become a man. I'm a trans man.
Mm.
They believe they are men. But I do agree that you are a man. But
Mm-hmm.
let's say today I'm forcing a female to have sex with me, but the female has no intention of it. You are homophobic. These are social justice warriors. They need to understand people has preference,
Mm.
right? And by throwing your value towards the others, it's you shouldn't do that. If you did
It's
that,
just
yeah.
it twists the fact lah. That's the thing, right?
Okay,
The thing is,
yeah.
facts are facts. You cannot twist it to suit your needs, ma, or suit your however you want it, ma. Right?
I mean, speaking about facts, you need to understand
Mm.
one thing as well.
Mm.
Vegans say that it's bad to eat meat, which
Yeah.
is also fact.
Yes.
So you say fact is fact, so you cannot
Yeah.
twist the fact. They are not twisting facts.
Okay. In that case, for me is, yeah, like just now you say preference, right?
Mm.
I do agree. If you eat too much meat, uh, there's a lot of pollution. Like you see in US, US have a lot of land they convert to farming to for cow
Mm.
to get more beef production, ma.
Mm, mm, mm.
And uh, cow farms will produce a lot of methane from the cows.
Mm, mm,
Methane causes a lot of damage to the ozone layer.
mm.
I understand their cause,
Mm,
right?
mm, mm, mm.
But the thing for me, right, I cannot let go of meat.
I mean,
I
technically,
find it noble that you could do it, but I couldn't, right?
okay.
But that doesn't mean you can scream and shout when I'm eating meat, right?
It's not like. I mean, we will actually talk more about it later. I mean,
Mm.
what do they do? Beside throwing their values towards you, who are they? Who are
That,
these social justice warriors?
that's the thing, lah. Right. Actually, it feels like they got quite a number of them, right, that have similar thinking. Are they random people, or the thing is like just random Malaysians that just want to comment on their view, or are they actually like cyber troopers, you know,
Mm-mm-mm.
hired by people to cause this type of like
Chaos.
chaos for no reason, just to distract people, you know?
Yeah.
It's quite effective if you think about it. It distract you from what you're supposed to actually look at. Sometimes you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes there's some sort of news, global news or national news that cause, and then suddenly got another drama happen that is also national. So people will look and talk
Which
about
one to
the other
decide?
one is, yeah, but then actually you're supposed more important to see is to look at the other news, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just
Mm.
that I believe it's some of these social justice warrior. They are like, I don't know what's their motive. It could be they just want to spread their rights, what they think is right, what they think is wrong,
Do they actually genuinely feel that way? Right?
or they are actually
How?
a diversion of firing range.
Mm.
Because it's like when something happens. Let's say a politician, he
Mm.
donated money, and they see in the comment, this guy, he used to touch a female's shoulder. He's a
Mm.
sexist. He sexually
Mm.
harassed a female in the comment section. Everyone will get diverted into the comments.
Mm. Yeah.
These people are so-called human rights social justice warriors.
Mm.
But maybe it's just a light tips, like, and they'll be like, "Oh shit, he actually did that. He's harassing that female."
Mm.
It's either they want to do that, to get these particular people, I don't know whether to cancel them or to make them, lose like make lose supporters in a way.
Mm. It may be possible also.
Because
That's the thing lah. That's very hard to explain them, right?
I've seen the real social justice activist,
Mm.
not warrior.
Mm. Mm.
I respect them so much.
Mm.
I really respect them. I even have friends who's a trans. I'm so comfortable living with him.
Mm.
I was like, "Hey, yo, bro," and I was like, "Bro," I was like, like we bro, what is it called? Bro, hug each other. I was like,
Mhm.
"Dude, your muscle is so big." And I met social justice warrior gay people.
Mhm.
They hugged me so tight. I was like, I don't feel comfortable. You're so homophobic. F you.
I cannot.
Okay,
I cannot brain. That's the thing. Yeah.
let's move on. I mean, there's a recent there's a recent news. Okay,
Mm.
a Chinese temple getting demolished. Not to say
Yeah.
demolished, but more of a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
The whole story is this particular temple has built their perimeter so wide and it is against the rules, against the law. And the officers are there to remove their perimeter of walls, right? Here comes the greatest story. Someone
They start dancing
there's a
outside,
Chinese
right?
there's a
Protest.
Chinese female ho- holding that demolisher. You aura, you guys are being racist. Is it because we are Chinese? And you politicians, you law enforcer wants to bully Chinese. And people, and it's live on Facebook. I don't understand why their live on Facebook will be so famous and ours. Share with your friends. I mean, thank you. We also want views. We want people to more people to look at us.
We should do like that also lah.
No, that's
Yeah lah.
that's
We
the
should
thing.
become social justice warrior. That's the thing.
When you
Start
are
screaming out.
when you're a social justice warrior and you're because these people, the lack of attention,
Mhm.
and they are looking for supporters. That's why when they make a video or whatever, it gets famous instantly. And us, we are tackling about this issue, people is like, nah, too boring. You're not fighting for any rights, you're just discussing. Yeah.
Mm.
Right, never mind. I was just babbling a bit, but it's okay. That's the thing. It's not all, it doesn't apply in Malaysia only. Social justice warriors themselves, they think they are so low down there, they are being victimized.
Mm. Mm.
Are you homophobic? This is why we couldn't get the same job as so-called original people.
Mm.
Because I'm vegan, I'm not invited to a party. If you don't tell people you are vegan, you don't tell people, you don't keep spreading, you should eat meat, you should eat vegetable, you shouldn't eat meat. I don't think people will have problem with you. I have vegetarian friends. I'll be like, hey yo, is there any good food around you want to suggest to us?
Mm.
Or is it okay if we order some of this vegetable but we won't put meat into it? Is it
Mm-hmm.
okay? They'll be like, oh, be cool. I'm cool. But vegan, that's extreme, too extreme, right? They'll be like, you eat, what's that meat now?
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing, right? But the thing is, I don't like if I have vegan friends, I don't mind if they want to go and eat. Like if we go out for makan, then if they want to eat something vegan,
It's fine.
recommend a place lah. Recommend a place lah. We don't mind.
Don't do that
Of
to
course,
us, you
not
know.
every day lah. Not every day lah. But like if you offer and we also accept, okay lah. Like you don't force it, right?
I mean,
That's the
don't
difference.
show the face of this getting disgust in front of us when we eat meat. We did
Mm,
nothing wrong, you know.
mm,
And how do you actually define a social justice warrior? Here's the thing: are we actually social justice warriors? Because we give comments about they shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do that.
mm.
But they might be thinking, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
They might think we are social justice warriors,
yeah.
right?
But the thing is, okay,
Mm.
one of the things I can differ from social justice warrior, which I clearly want to disassociate myself with social justice warriors, is that they are very extreme left, right?
Mm. Mm.
As you mentioned at the beginning,
Mm.
SJWs usually are from extreme left.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
To me, I very aligned to the center one. I don't associate myself to whatever group one.
Yeah.
If I feel maybe on the right side, this guy do a good thing, I will say he's a good fella.
Mm.
On the left side, the fella do a good thing, I say on the left side is a good fella.
Mm. Mm.
If on the right
Mm.
side do bad, I will say bad.
Mm.
If on
Mm.
the left do bad, I also say bad.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't matter where they coming from, left or right. If they are right, they are right. If they are wrong, they're wrong. So
Mm.
to me I'm very central, quite
Mm.
neutral. I don't pick a side.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. 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 Mm.
That's the one of the biggest difference between me and SJWs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But a lot of times that I mean, look at social media, because on social media we prefer to look at the things that we like, and when people like something, and which means we actually like-minded.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one of the greatest example you can see on Twitter. No, Twitter is no, not Twitter, but Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually a Reddit user. I mean, actively,
Yeah.
and I'm actually a Reddit user as well, but I'm not that active as you. In
Mm.
our slash Malaysia, I often see a lot of posts where they're so against some certain people, and there's a lot of supporting comments over there.
Yeah.
And people
But
who commented
mm,
something that's not aligned with that content, they will
mm,
downvote the fella until the fella
mm,
refused. I believe that social justice warrior, because they seek for validation. So when
mm.
their comments getting so many downvotes, they be like, I'm done,
Yeah.
right? And then it will actually
Usually
hurt their self
usually you
esteem.
see the comment and the username, right, will be shown deleted. They'll run away one. Oh. That
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
that is also one thing different from me as a redditor and them.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
If I get downvotes fully, right, I don't care. Because
Mm,
what's the point of getting Reddit points? It has no point actually. It doesn't matter if you have 100 points or 1,000 points. What's the point? So yeah, but that's the thing.
yeah.
Uh, some people find it really uh happy
Important.
to earn all those imaginary points. Yeah,
Upvotes or likes.
the upvotes. Yeah, upvotes and likes. So if you get all these, the thing is like, I mean, there's a scientific uh experiment that say this actually all this releases serotonin or something like that, right? The
Yeah,
happy
yeah,
trigger in your brain,
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
happy chemical. So I understand but don't have to cause a big issue out of it. The thing is, because of all these upvotes, you get serotonin and stuff like that. You get addicted to it,
Mm,
and you just want to upvote. And the thing is, when you share facts in there,
mm,
and then the way you just want to fish for upvotes, then it becomes like a echo chamber. It doesn't make any difference anymore
Because
because
everyone is just
nobody,
is sharing the
yeah,
same
there's
thoughts.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, same thought. It's only one mind. Everyone, yeah, it's true, it's true, it's true. But they are in a bubble. They cannot actually find out what is the true right way, or actually the what actually people feel about it, right? So they are stuck in that bubble lah. Mm,
Because for me, social media, Reddit, they have this function of getting likes and upvotes, and social justice warrior, they demand validation because they're so insecure about themselves. When they look at likes and look at comments, they'll be like, I have numbers, people agree with me, right? And they'll
yeah.
be seeking for validation, acknowledgement, and when they don't like you, they will, because Facebook now has angry buttons. They'll put angry face at you
Mm.
because mm,
Yeah. There's an angry emoji, right?
it's like, no, you are not aligned with us, so f off, go away, you're
Yeah, that's the
dumb.
thing, right?
Mm.
Uh, the proper way to me, right,
Mm-hmm.
is that if you disagree with it, discuss, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't do that.
Mm.
They only say, oh, you're totally wrong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're totally wrong. You're just a fascist. Out you go. That's it. That's how they do it. So I feel it's like it doesn't make sense. What do they actually want? How
Yeah,
do
yeah,
we
yeah.
take them seriously if they do it like that? Scream and shout all you want,
I
but
mean, to be
if there's no
honest,
proper channel, mm,
lah, they
mm,
actually they just they are an intrusion of each group's people over manifestation. They want to.
mm,
They're like direct sales.
yeah,
Today I get two fella, and the two fella get a
mm,
four, another four, and the
mm,
four get another eight.
yeah,
I mean,
keeps going more and more.
social justice warriors, somehow they are trying to spread their influence that way. So
Yeah,
they have the numbers, and it actually gives them validation and acknowledgement, which
yeah.
satisfy their so-called, I don't know, like attention. It's actually
That's the
is
thing,
a
lah.
disorder, when you require so many attentions. Right.
Mm, what what are they? A psychopath? Narcissist? A narcissist? Something like that, ma. Narcissistic, ma. Everything revolves around them only, ma. Well, that's what I think, lah.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not diagnosing SJW. I don't have a psychological degree or stuff like that. I never study about that. But still, it feels like they're narcissistic, lah. Because they want, oh, give me likes, right?
So
What do you
you
think?
you actually you think Donald Trump is actually social justice warrior?
Possibly, possibly. I think he is one. But the thing is, a lot of social justice warriors are against him also,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing is
Because he's
that
against
there's a
racist.
fine line.
He's
Yeah,
actually stand with racism. Yeah.
the thing is, right, when we are calling them social justice warriors, we are actually uh agreeing with them that they should be called social justice warriors. To me, I cannot uh mention that they should be called social justice warrior law,
Why?
because they are not actually doing social justice, right?
They are more like a keyboard warrior.
I really not sure to how do we call them. But if they want to be called social justice warrior, they should be running for equality, mah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
the way
yeah,
that they
yeah,
do it is like it's very one-sided,
yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
beneficial to their
Own party.
thoughts, their
Yeah.
ideas. Yeah, yeah.
So like what we
Mm,
mentioned, right?
mm,
Social justice warrior and keyboard
mm,
warriors. Okay.
mm,
Let's take a few example. Let's take cute animals example.
mm,
Social keyboard warrior, they'll be like, no, don't eat that rabbit. Rabbit is so cute. It was supposed to be a pet.
mm.
social
A
justice
rodent.
war social justice warrior. Why you eat that? Why you eat that rabbit?
Mm,
You are so you are just trash. You should be a vegan.
mm,
Keyboard warrior will tell you how to do, or they're just there to talk shit.
mm,
But social justice warrior they okay because keyboard warrior they think uh something should happen this way, but social justice warrior something should happen this way, but you also have to listen to me in a way.
mm.
Because keyboard warrior can be like you don't play good badminton, you are trash. Social justice warrior will be like uh because he's they don't play good badminton, it's because it's due to the politicians, something like that.
Mm.
Because there are a lot of things that doesn't back with fact. So I have a question: are they actually delusional?
It can be possible, right? Sometimes they are delusional. Either that or they are faking it, or the way that they scream and shout will bring in more followers so that they can achieve what they actually want to do.
Okay, the thing is, most of these social justice warriors they believe in a lot of things. Let's take a pseudoscience example.
Mm,
I would say that social justice warrior they think what they're doing is right. And why would I say some of these direct seller they are a bit of social justice warrior?
mm,
You understand one thing, So direct seller they like to tell people join us. You can earn big. Are you sure you want to keep working until die for your employer?
mm,
You should be like me. I'm an entrepreneur.
mm.
And then they will sell you a necklace. This necklace, when you when you wear it, they'll be like, "Oh, this is to radiate your blood circulation, so it flows."
Mm.
And it's just a normal metal piece of necklace,
No, they claim to be like what platinum or something like.
something like that. And you say, "I don't
Uh-huh.
believe in it." How dare you? It's proven
It's
right.
proven. Yeah, it's proven. Huh?
It's
Got
proven.
scientific studies.
Then I say, "Where the testimonial? You look at this. You see these
Wait,
people. Uh, before and after. Before the fella got whatever hypertension, whatever. After no more.
but the thing is, sometimes they even get like badminton player to sponsor them. Not sponsor lah. Like put their face in front of the advertisement.
It's money. It's money.
Mm,
You
mm,
don't understand one thing. I watched a video of seven guys. It's a YouTube video.
mm.
They answer to a question. Do you believe in things that you promote? Six of them jump to disagree and strongly disagree, and only one is agreeing to whatever he's selling. He thinks he believes in it. There's so many bullshit products out there. Even they say, like some of these so-called floral lover. When you
Floral
don't,
lover.
yeah, they have a lot of flowers and stuff in their house. One, they will tell the
Mm-hmm.
cactus help you to disperse the radiation from your computers, from your phones. You should have more, but these are not social justice warrior, but it's
Pseudoscience.
pseudosciences. I don't
Mm,
believe in this, and you're forcing me to believe in this. There's no fact.
mm. I mean, they have their own twisted facts, right? You know, pseudoscience is the thing is not proven properly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
lah. But actually, it happens quite way too often than we actually realize. It's way too much.
Okay, I would say it's because people don't like to follow orders.
Mm,
I mean, why social justice warrior exists and they like to do all this?
Mm.
because they don't like to follow orders. First thing,
Mm.
but people do follow rules.
Mm.
Rules as in, you don't, you shouldn't be go against the traffic light. You shouldn't be
Mm.
killing someone. We
Mm.
follow the laws and rules. I think this is due to a hierarchy level where when you think you are low, you would actually listen to the people higher above you. Like even
Mm.
I mean I take Wolf as example.
Mm.
Wolf, they have to fight, to become an alpha male, right?
Mm.
So when one particular wolf has won, he is an alpha male, and although the one that lost will badmouth the alpha wolf,
Mm.
but they will somehow follow his order. And the thing is, because we are human, we are more complex. When we hear order, we'll be like, who are you to tell me what to do?
Mm.
And social justice warrior, they don't only think that way. They think I'm so low down the hierarchy because I'm being oppressed for so long.
Mm.
They believe in that. That's why they want to fight for their rights.
Mm.
And I think most of the time, a lot of people also think we are so high up and we shouldn't be listened to these people.
Mm. So in the end, are you trying to say that uh if in your term lah,
Uh huh.
like we are if we are not social justice warriors, we are above the a bit higher up the hierarchy, and what SJW thinks they are at the
They're
bottom.
actually lower, yeah.
Mm.
Because you need to understand one thing, right? Those people who say Black Lives Matters, they are all white.
Not really lah.
They are
There's a
mostly
mixture lah.
white.
Okay.
These people think the blacks are so low down there. Whatever they do, people cannot hear it, so they want to help. They're making
Mm.
the situation worse. They're not
Mm.
helping.
Mm.
They're not helping. They're just inputting their thoughts. Everyone's matter. If you don't stop racism, you shouldn't even have to fight for your rights
Mm.
in terms of race.
But the thing is, right? Okay lah. I mean, if you want to fight for rights to be pushed forward, right?
Yeah.
And it needs to have certain form of limits, right? Or you have to go through the proper channels to talk about it.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
not just like scream and shout, oh yes, 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 everything must follow me because I said so. Because there's some sort of unproven science saying that this thing is the right way, you must follow. Is that how you're going to do?
But the thing is, who are we to define the limits, right?
That's the thing.
Uh.
Humans are our knowledge in humanity is a collective knowledge, right? Do
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
you understand
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Humans learn through another human.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
do agree with this.
we will have what we call general knowledge. Huh? So general knowledge dictates. It means this general knowledge is basically it's like saying we since the beginning of time we have been learning slowly and we are passing this knowledge slowly
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
from ancient time until now. That comes general knowledge or also known as common knowledge. So
Okay.
these type of things will dictate that say, hey, this is the way to move on, right?
No, no. Let me rephrase what you just said because I
Mm.
understand that because way back then we have common knowledge and we follow orders.
Mm.
Like what I say, human don't really like to follow orders because way back
Mm.
then, when we talk about child marriage, it was
Mm.
fine back then
Mm.
until someone said that it's wrong to have child marriage because they
Mm.
are not mature enough, to have their own
Mm.
thoughts,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
Because people don't like to follow orders. Way back then, people say it's fine. This is actually one of the order.
Mm.
And we are born a male, you should be a male. You born a female, you should be a female.
Mm.
I'm not saying all the LGBT people they don't follow so-called orders, but some of them they I believe they are. They're indeed male, but they are born female.
Mm.
But I do believe this, but it's just that these people they don't like to follow order. It's like you say that the earth is flat, the earth is round. Who are you to tell me what to do?
Mm.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a fine line there where general knowledge and common knowledge has to be supported somewhere, not just the collective knowledge of humanity. Ma.
I
We have the ability to think.
yeah.
So we have to use this to think.
I mean,
So thinking leads to doing experiments. And the experiment will prove it ma, through science. Ma. So it's yes, through the general knowledge plus science will come out through the answer. Ma.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the thing. La.
And people, I mean, this social justice world, it's not only they want to change the order, they want to change the rules as well.
Mm.
I don't care whether it's religion, it's the constitutional law or whatever it is.
Mm.
And when it comes to certain timing, when they want to, to say, I want to change the rule, they'll make a news or even statement that favor their needs.
Mm.
They simply do not care about what you think. They think, and they think you simply do not care what they think as well.
Mm.
Uh, I wouldn't say a miscommunication, but it's how you perceive that's beneficial to which party. Am I
Mm.
right?
Mm. Yeah, true.
I
That's
mean,
very true.
yeah, I mean, let's take social media or whatever. When they make statements, they make this kind of news. They're looking for the benefits and stuff like that. To which parties the benefit that favors which parties, right?
Mm-mm.
We take Elon Musk as example. He makes statements
Mm.
is to what favor his own pocket money.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like that, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think so? Sometimes, at first, it's like it may sound very like very memey or just a joke or something like that.
Mm.
But turns out later, you find out he actually did that thing, and because he has a lot of buying power, he benefited majority from what he said, right?
Yeah, we are talking about cryptocurrency, but
Mm.
I'm not saying he's not a social justice warrior, but is that one term that has been one statement that has been released towards the public that favors yourself. If you don't do that, I mean, if social justice warrior they don't do that, they don't find meaning in their life. I don't understand. Was it? Why I mean, okay, let's take extreme LGBT and vegan as example.
Mm.
They are forcing people to accept, no, not accept, to actually become one of them, the extremist.
Mm. Mm.
But the fact is, everything could actually coexist. Let's talk about
Yeah.
religion. Way back then, when people realized, okay, Muslim is a later, is a religion that comes out later, and I think
Mm.
Christianity shouldn't exist. Therefore, they have these wars in between each other, and in the end, they realized that war is actually not good,
Yeah.
and they decided to settle down. You live your life, I live my life. They coexist. Until today, we still coexist with each other's. Although we have stereotypes towards each other's religion. Vegan, these extremists, they simply do not understand that. They don't believe in coexistence. They just want you to follow them in a way. I mean, why?
The, very hard to say, right? The thing is that I think it's either the fact that they feel a sense of justice doing it, right?
Yeah, it's
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's saying because this is true, this is right. If we don't do it now, we'll lose everything. Maybe that's what they think, which I find is noble lah. I find it's very noble.
Couldn't it be just attention seeking?
Mm, that is also one thing. That is the thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It is very hard to explain because I cannot get into the minds of an SJW.
I mean, they always like often, they go against naysayer,
Mm,
or I mean, whenever they see their own type of people, they'll be like, yes, yes, yes.
mhm, mhm.
I mean, let's take religion. We talk about religion again, right? We have coexistence and stuff like that. No,
Yeah.
there's Christians, there's Muslims, and there's Buddhism, right? So
Yeah.
there's one time, I wouldn't say extremist, but I believe a lot of social justice warrior, they're practicing direct selling, to recruit more. I'm saying social justice warrior. I'm saying social justice warrior. I'm not saying every Christian is social justice warrior, but these extreme social justice Christians, few of them, they ask me, hi uni,
Mhm.
what's your religion? Like there's one time when before I actually I'm being so loyal to Buddhism, I was actually a what's that called? I don't atheist for a while,
Mhm.
and so I answered. Initially, I want to avoid the questions. I'll be like, uh, because when someone asks about religion, you definitely know it's Christian already. You definitely know it. So I was like, no, no, no. I think I have my right, to follow my religion. You have your rights to follow religion. And
Mm.
she's like, no, tell me what's your religion. It's like, atheist. How dare you? How dare you not believe in God?
Why do they insist on asking? Like, who cares?
You know what's the next question?
Mhm.
Have you wondered where the Milky Way, the Earth all comes out?
Okay. Yeah, I
I
wondered
was like,
before.
I believe in science. She's like,
Mhm.
there's thing that couldn't be explained by science. It's created by God.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's things that cannot be explained by science. That's why science exists to find out how it happened, why it happened. In the basically science mentioned that we are very small, we are very young, the universe is very old. We have to find out why. Like why are we here? Who are we in the universe and stuff like that. We cannot just explain. Oh, cannot explain because of God. It simple way of answering thing, right? It doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, let's conclude this, right?
Mm,
Uh, I believe because when you think each other's, we are like at same level. You and me, when we have arguments or we don't agree with each other, we will come out with discussion,
yes.
right? I believe social justice warrior, just they think they are getting oppressed, so they don't want to have discussions with you. They just want you to
But
believe in them.
how that's the thing lah. How to listen to them if they don't want to listen to us,
That's
or
the thing.
form a discussion to say, oh yeah, you are right, right?
Are they actually
It doesn't
practicing
make
like
sense.
dictatorship in some sort?
Yeah, it sounds like that, no? Dictatorship. It sounds like that because, like, that's the only way that they want, their way. It doesn't make sense to me. You want to do something. You want to right a wrong. You do a discussion. Maybe it's true lah. Maybe they feel like in this world They are so down below the hierarchy of humanity that they feel whatever they say, we will
Doesn't
not
make
listen to
sense.
them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Uh, I
no.
don't understand.
If you're comfortable with yourself, you'll tell us what you're saying.
Mm,
No, the meaning of tell us. I don't say I actually higher than you, but if you have a thought, if you have a thing, you tell me. Don't force me to accept because I don't believe in it. Right.
mm. Yeah, true.
Let's like religion thing. You just tell me. You can tell me. Why you think religion should be like this and that, and I'll be like, it's okay. I thank you for sharing. I don't think I like that way. I prefer my own way.
Mm,
This is a very civilized discussion, rather than how dare you. Okay, but to be honest, right? Those are the acts of social justice warrior. But
mm,
let's take let's talk about social justice, right? Social
mm,
justice. Like few years back, Linus, if you guys know about Linus,
mm,
uh, it was built in Malaysia in 2015. That was an act of social justice because people disagree with it. The reason why is because it creates radiation, and
mm,
often we can see like Chernobyl or Tokyo nuclear what the hell whatever it is exploded. It will cause radiation, and radiation is not good for our body. The reason why I say this is a social justice act is because until today they still don't have the proper disposal facility. If you want to make something, you have to make sure you clean your shit. I mean, people who stood up for it, you can call that social justice. This is a good act because we are against
mhm,
it, right?
mhm,
This is an act of social justice, and like a lot. I mean, we will talk about it later. The difference of social justice and social justice warrior in terms of specific aspect, right?
mm.
Uh oh, there's no comment sections. There's no new comments, but never mind. I think we just move on, right? Uh, so most of the times, things are decided by was it morally right or morally wrong.
Mm,
Social justice warrior, they believe in this a lot.
mm, mm.
But who are we to decide what's right, what's wrong? You need to understand one thing. We have rights and we have preference. Don't ever mix these two up. When you think, when I have my preference to eat meat, you think it's morally wrong. Or if I love Buddhism, if I prefer Buddhism, you think it's morally wrong because you don't believe in God.
Mm.
Or even if I prefer to date a Chinese, you think I'm being
Racist.
racist. That's
Yeah.
my preference. Social justice warrior thing, people who prefer, not prefer, people who has preference, they often think people who has preference as an act of not following their thoughts, and we are
Mm,
morally wrong,
mm,
right? You can't determine what's human if you can't like if you yo, my brain hurts, sorry. How do you determine when's is to talk about human right, when should we talk about preference? I mean, I can tell you one thing, like way back then, child marriage is fine until people
mm.
find it is morally wrong because child, they are not fully matured, they cannot think for themselves, which
Yes.
I can say is not wrong.
Mm.
Like what is your thought of
The,
yeah
the
of
thing is, right,
mm,
for child marriage,
mm,
last time they say it's fine
mm,
because last time people have the thing is they have the biological knowledge. Female humans, they they are fertile at the age of 12, generally lah, right? So they start their whatever the period and stuff like that, menstruation, all at the age of 12. So in that time, they have that knowledge, and they say, oh, it's fine. So means they are ready already, they can give birth already. But the thing is, now we are equipped with another new knowledge. We are now more knowledgeable in mentality, right? So now that we found out, during age of 12, they are not yet well developed yet, not ready to start a family. So it is at that point already. Oh, so if like that, that's why we change up to now must be above at a certain age. Oh. But some countries still got like, I think 16 years old can marry already. I think so. Certain countries still share this type of feeling. The thing is that we have different like levels of acceptance on everything. But that's the thing. The difference between this one, an accepted norm, and the thing is the social justice is that they feel that all of this, right, they should progress much faster. I think that's what they thought of, which we have to, like, all the normal things that we do, all everything that we do, things that are deemed normal to society, should be supported by number one is the general feeling of everyone. Number two is science. These two is one thing is accepted by everyone around,
But there's the
and
act
number
of
two is
social
science.
justice.
No, that's the act of social justice, not the act of social justice warriors.
Yeah, yeah,
Social
yeah.
justice warriors number is lacking number two, science. They feel that it should be this way. So
So,
then they go and make up some sort of science, and then they go and support it their way.
okay, so
That's the difference, I feel.
technically, you are saying that social justice warrior they actually prefer maybe they pursue personal validation rather than
Mm.
conviction
Can
because
say that.
they don't really have conviction behind like whatever they want to
Y-
say, right?
Yeah. Don't have that conviction, and that's the most important part. How to take them seriously then?
Let's talk about racial marriage.
Mm.
Right. There's no science behind whoever you should marry, you know, like what you just said. Because something it requires us to think whether is it right or wrong, or is it publicly accepted,
Yeah,
or was it science?
yeah.
There's no science behind interracial marriage, you know.
Whether
I should date a
it
black woman.
improves or yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't matter whether you're. The thing that matters is that not interracial, uh, interfamily marriage. That's the one that has science behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's why after now is quite shunned upon in most areas. Generally not accepted,
incest
right?
will actually cause some sort of a genetically deformation,
Mm.
deficiency, or whatever it is towards her
And it
infant.
has proof. Yeah,
Yes,
it
bro.
has proof. Of course, now we cannot go and quote it like we need to go and find the research lah. But we actually,
I mean, let's
we
take
do find.
Tutankhamun as an example. You know who's Tutankhamun, right?
Yeah. Tutankhamun. He's actually
He
a
has
child of incest, right?
yeah, he has a bit of a. I think his body is a bit
He's
very.
deformed.
Yeah, he's
He's
deformed.
short. His legs cannot support his body. Also, there's a lot
Yeah.
of things
So
mentioned.
that's the thing. If you social justice warrior thing, they, I, I don't know whether they are just advanced or whatever. Yeah, you
Maybe
date
they
your
have 420 IQ.
you date a Chinese female because you're racist towards the other girls and you don't want to get married with them.
Mm, I don't know lah. That's the thing lah. You want to move 5 steps ahead, you must know what's 5 steps ahead lah.
Then you have to
That's
tell
the
us.
thing. Yes, yes,
If
yes. You can't
today,
move 5 steps ahead and say you must go. Follow me. Later, the fourth step got one hole there. You jump inside,
okay,
accidentally jump.
if we
That's the
talk
thing.
about being 5 step ahead, we talk about Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison case,
Mm,
because Thomas Edison say that he's actually being a social justice warrior there. He says that Nikola Tesla AC won't work, and he actually did some tricky things,
mm,
to cause the
mm,
experimenter to fail.
mm.
And because Nikola Tesla was 5 step ahead, in the end, people realized that mm, AC is actually one of the way to go. Like charging or what. I mean,
Yeah.
in a lot of ways, lah.
Mm.
Can I give you an example? Like flat Earth society, they believe in flat Earth society, so maybe
What?
one day,
Flat
right?
Earth. Oh, flat
Yeah.
Earth. Yeah.
Maybe one
Yeah.
day, 5 years later, 7 years down the road,
Mm.
someone proved that. They, was it? Could be because we are not so
That the world is actually
progressive.
flat.
Yeah, because we are not progressive enough. They actually think ahead of us.
Yeah. No, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
I
Yeah,
was just joking. I was
I
just
think
joking. I was just joking.
you make my brain explode. Oh.
No,
The thing is, there's too many evidence suggesting the world is round. There's
yeah
too
lah. I mean,
much.
I
I
was just
cannot
joking
ignore.
because what I want to tell
Yeah,
is they are just illogical and
yeah,
delusional.
yeah. But yeah, you make my head pain. Cannot brain.
I mean, there's a lot of illogical and delusional things in the life, right?
Mm.
I mean, I believe you have one this what is your thought of feminism in general?
For me, not. In terms of feminism, right? Okay, like there's two types, right? There's one that is the feminist movement, which I actually agree upon. Their movement is that they want to improve uh the female standings in society because in our world has been governed. There is majority governed by male.
Mm, mm,
That's
mm,
why
mm,
there's a term called the patriarchy,
mm, mm,
which I do agree. You can see most of history is being built by men,
mm,
right?
mm, mm,
And so because men are the one in charge, they also create rules that are very that favors men,
mm, mm,
right?
mm,
Sometimes maybe it's not inconsiderate, or
mhm,
yeah, maybe is they are being inconsiderate
mhm,
and also being ignorant
mm,
that
mm,
female there's the female counterpart there.
mm, mm,
So
mm,
feminists there is trying to correct that those type of rules. So we are trying to adjust. So that's the thing that I like to support.
mm, mm,
However, there's also a twisted version of feminism, which is twisted by people like social justice warriors. They twist the fact to push forward their own agenda that turns that gives a bad name to feminism, right?
mm. Can you give an
So
example? I mean,
okay,
regarding, yeah.
let's think of one example. The example is that uh one of the things is that when you look at uh rape cases in general, rape cases and majority is female right?
Female
Do
getting
you
raped.
agree?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. But the thing is, okay, fine. You want to fight for these women's rights. It's fine because it's a very accepted thing. Rape is a very bad thing to have occurred to a person.
Yeah.
The thing is, certain feminists, social justice warriors, feminists, those extremists will just say, "Oh, female, female only can get raped. Male cannot get raped. One, it's impossible,
Okay,
right?"
okay, okay, okay.
Have you seen this?
It's like what,
Yeah,
when a female raise up their voice, a feminist, yes,
yeah,
you go, girl. Yes, queen. Oh my god, you
yeah.
did the best. When guys
Mm,
say something, no, no, hold on. Let me rephrase my story.
mm,
I filed a divorce because my husband abused me. You go, girl. You're so good. Yes, queen. You've successfully made it.
Mm.
Aiyo. When guys said it, my wife beats me, so I file a divorce. You know, guy will be like, it's okay, bro. You'll find another one. Do we do like,
Tahan lah.
yes, king? You go,
Uh,
boy. We don't do that. And
no, no,
female
no.
will say
What?
what, you know. The
Yeah,
feminism will
yeah,
be like, definitely you did something, so you deserve to get beaten.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my
Or
god.
you get beaten by a girl lah. Ha ha ha. They laugh at you. What kind of thing is this? Is this feminism? To me, it's not. But that's the thing. Certain people do that, right? And that's the thing that makes it so broken, that is abusive, very abusive. So it makes like that. Female get justice, male get injustice. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think so,
yeah. I mean,
right?
I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Female get justice, male get injustice. But why can't it be female get justice, male also get justice?
I mean, sorry, I have this one question.
Mm.
I'm pretty sad with female in Islamic country,
Mm.
Afghanistan. Where's the fine line between feminism and religion? They both think they are right in a way,
Mm.
but it's their country and
Yeah.
their religion and their rules.
Yes. Yes.
You get what I mean, right? Where's
Yeah.
that fine line,
I,
you
I,
know?
I think that's the thing.
Because I want to fight for female in these certain
Mm.
countries, but
Yeah.
it's not up to me.
Oh, yeah. It's true. That's what you said. It's true. You know. Okay. Let's go back to the one of the points just now I mentioned before. Is
Mm.
that it needs to be widely accepted, and then there's science behind it, ma. So the thing
Yeah.
is, it's not widely accepted in certain countries. They have this perspective because human is a communicative creature. They talk to each other to gain knowledge and to share experiences. So if a group of them that don't accept this type of the perspective, it means it's not not accepted, lor. So to me, I feel if we are not in that country, we do not accept their views, it doesn't matter.
We actually will
If
make a social justice warrior for doing that.
yes, 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 I think that's true. It will make us as a social justice warrior. The weird ones.
But no, but the thing is,
Mm.
some
But
country
okay.
like
Yeah, wait, you say first.
I've watched an interview. You know, it's a very infamous meme. Why are you gay?
Mm.
Who says I'm gay? That meme. A lot of people make it into meme, but I've watched the entire thing.
Yeah.
1 hour something, I think. 1 hour 40
Yeah.
minutes, something like that. I watched the entire thing. Pepe Julian Onzema is one of the most successful human rights activists, I would say. I do agree with her
Mhm.
points.
Mhm.
Because he's fighting for social justice or human
Mhm.
rights, for getting
Mhm.
respected. But the thing is, in Ghana,
Mm.
people think this is sodomy. People don't agree with this.
Yeah. There's quite a wide perception that this is wrong, right?
But
That LGBTQ
yeah.
whatever is wrong in Ghana. Yeah.
And the pastor is actually being very extreme.
Mm.
And Pepe Julian Onzema is actually talking with sense. If you would listen closely,
Yeah.
I do not know whether in Afghanistan, because Afghanistan way back then the women are very, very sassy,
Mhm.
very suave, very
Suave.
suave, very stylish, very elegant. But it evolves because I cannot talk about the politics over there, but it evolves into this kind of, women should stay at home and something like that. It's very sad. And because in Ghana there's a movement already, but
Yes.
in Afghanistan there's no such movement. I don't know whether is it that women inside they think we are just fine with it, or we are afraid of getting politically punished.
Mm.
So we actually feel pity for them.
Mm.
Does that one thing? If we actually, when we think we want to fight for their rights, shouldn't be just a social justice act, or it just we are being social justice warrior. There's a very thin line
Yeah,
over here, you know.
which I repeat again, the same thing. You see, like Pepe Julian Onzima,
Yeah,
she or he,
it's a he. Sorry,
how do
we
you
have
call
to
it?
use
It's
he.
a he.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, she's a female that turned to male, right?
he also.
Yeah.
He's always a male. You don't understand this.
Mm. Okay. So he is an activist, and the thing is, he fights for people's rights, the LGBTQ community in Ghana properly,
Has no
in
rights.
a proper. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, they fight. He fight for them properly. How? He go into national television. He preach to people. He tell people properly instead of screaming out, "This is the way. This is the way. Cannot, 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 cannot."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then if you want to say, okay, maybe Afghanistan got a problem there. So to actually identify that's a problem, right? We have to go and talk to these people, ma. We cannot just say, oh, they are being oppressed because the way that they are not following our style, so they are being oppressed. Is that right? Cannot be. You cannot compare.
No,
There's a difference
that's
there.
the thing. That's the thing. That's why I asked.
Mm, mm,
Whether is it because they don't feel that way, or we think too
yeah.
much for them, right?
We have to investigate whether they are actually feeling oppressed. Then we can identify ma. Slowly identify, do research and things like that. We cannot just say, oh, one person say yes, I'm being oppressed. Then that's it. Faster go and help them. That's the thing. Of course, there's always uh, resistance, but sometimes that resistance got a point. Sometimes they don't have. You know, you
I,
know what I mean. You have
yeah.
to find out.
There's another thing which social justice warrior feminists they believe in is in certain perspective they demand equal pay.
Mm-hmm.
But let's look at sports in general. If
Yeah.
tennis is fine, badminton is fine, football or
Football.
American
Yes.
they call it soccer, which is football. Sorry to say, because it's played with food. Recently, not recently, a few years back, American female they demanded equal pay for playing football. American football, women football team.
Mm.
The thing is, I don't think this is justifiable. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Cause you need to understand one thing. If you want to get equal pay as a male footballer, you need to understand one thing. Male footballer
Mm-hmm.
getting millions and millions per week.
Because of a lot of supporters, right?
A lot of supporters, their
Mm.
sponsorship, people buy their
Mm.
merchandise.
Mm.
Female footballer, I'm not saying that you don't deserve this, but even female don't watch football.
Mm.
You have no supporters. I mean, you don't have an adequate amount of supporters that compared to the male footballers,
Mm.
or you don't really have that much of money, that much of budget to support you
Mm.
to actually, you know, having the same payment as
Yeah.
male footballer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, I think this shouldn't be a thing that they used to argue, because let's say if you think you should get equal pay as men because you play football,
Yeah.
can you do the job that requires you to clean toilets? No, not toilets. Sorry, toilets. There's a lot of janitors. I'm not talking about janitors. Those that go and dig the shit hole, or those the disposery the
Mm.
disposal waste disposal work.
Mm.
If you can
Mm.
do that, then it's called equality.
Mm. Okay, lah. Let me think this way. Okay, I think it this way.
Right.
Just let them do it. It's open to all, ma. Okay, lah. Let's go back to your FIFA, your football.
Mm.
Okay, let's do FIFA World Cup. Say even female can enter. There's no limit to sexuality. So you can male also can enter, female also can enter.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I bet with you, even though that rule is there, there will be very little women inside. The thing is, because
You're built different.
yeah, men and women, we cannot be equal. The thing is, we will have differences,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So our jobs also will reflect it. But of course, there's one thing I agree. If, for example, two male and female managers, okay, both are doing exceptionally well, same or same performance.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how they calculate lah, but I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
both of them same performance.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are being paid the same bonus, same salary. That is the way.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is the way. You
Mm.
cannot say, oh, just because it's female, pay less. That is the way. You must female and female. If they do the same job, do the do the things right, do the same performance, they get the same amount of pay. That's
Mm-hmm.
it only.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That to me, that's the right way. Not the way like, oh, just because I do the same work, but then the result is different. You will still demand the same pay. Cannot ma.
Mm.
Mm,
Because there's a thing, So feminist social justice where they be like, uh, this job should be done by male.
mm,
This job is supposed to be a male's job. If you
yeah,
if you are
that's the thing, right?
if you are
Mm,
promoting feminism, you should be promoting equality as well.
yes. Actually, feminism is a form of equality. It's only
But
why they
they're
call it
abusing.
feminism. Yeah, correct. That's the thing. The thing is, feminism is actually a form of equality, but it's focused to fem females because
They are treated
like I explained just
unfairly.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, they are treated unfairly because it's a patriarchal world,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
That's the thing.
Mm.
I agree with that. Right the wrongs, but don't make right the wrong to another wrong. That's what those extremists are doing. They're doing something wrong.
Mm.
That's trying to right a wrong, but they're doing it wrong. That's the thing.
So
Mm,
to conclude this, I believe that uh like social justice world, they just don't let you to live your life. I mean, even social justice feminist,
yeah.
they want you to
Eh,
live their life lah, to be honest, because it's like I'm saying that a male should have stayed at home because because way back then we female we stay at home. These are the
eh,
social justice warrior what they do lah.
Actually, I don't mind.
If
Got
you can,
one
if you can,
girl
yeah.
work for me. I cook for you lah. Okay lah.
uh,
No,
yeah lah, yeah
that's the
lah.
thing. Let us have options. Don't force it on people. Right?
Like
Men can stay at home. Female can go to work.
nothing's
That's
wrong.
up to that's
Nothing's
up
wrong.
to the two couples lah, right?
Yeah, nothing wrong.
That's
But
up to an individual to decide.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Ah, that's the thing. Let us decide. Why do you have to force it?
No, yeah. One thing which I don't understand. I mean, to conclude everything today. I mean, it's a very
Mm,
long episode today. Uh why even bother to put your self value, your value towards the other, right? I mean, even in our life, I sorry to say, but sometimes when I look at people right clicking on computers and be like, right click and copy. I'll be like, no, just press Control C and V. It's actually a form of social justice warrior, you know. It's not social justice, but it's just social justice warrior, because you're free to do whatever you want. But I force it into you because I think this is a better way, which is not wrong. But a lot of people, they just want to do their way, you know, and you're trying to input that thing into their lives. There's a very thin line there, like, whether you should do it or not, right?
No, like, that's the thing lah. You can tell them lah, but let them decide which is better lah.
Yeah lah.
Right? That's it, only. Simple.
I mean, yeah lah. In the end, just don't, you know, force people to follow your way.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's it for today. I mean, thank you for having such discussion with me. And I mean, thank you everyone for tuning in as well. If you actually like our podcast, you know, feel free to subscribe to us, follow us on Instagram at the 10 p.m. show 21. The 10 p.m. show 21. We have Podbean, we have Google Podcast, Apple Podcast. For those who are using Apple phone, Apple Podcast is free for you. Spotify Podcast, if you actually have subscription for Spotify Podcast, please feel free to follow us on Spotify. And we are on YouTube as well. If you missed our podcast and you would like to listen more, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Everything is free. We already pay whatever you should be paying. So feel free to subscribe.
What the hell do you mean?
Everything is free. Just subscribe.
Basically everything is free.
So I mean, your likes, your follows will mean something to us, and your share. So share with your friends if you really like our podcast. But if you don't like our podcast, tell us. It's a form of discussion as well. I believe in discussion rather than just spam.
Later SGW will say, oh, keep tembak us off, mati yo.
Anyway, I mean, we really appreciate your interaction with us and, you know, share with us. Although today is a bit too long, but it's fine. I mean, I really appreciate you guys for being here, and I really love you all. Thank you for tuning in, and see you guys next Sunday.
Bye.